is up and welcome back to our channel. Today we have an exciting video. We are filming how we met, engagement Q&A, all that fun stuff. So if you can't guess or if you don't know by now, we met at
Chick-fil-A.
So we both got food from Chick-fil-A. I'll tell you our Chick-fil-A orders.
This is yours.
Yeah, the smaller version. And then we're gonna tell you how we met. What are we gonna do? Wait, you can't see you. That was lame. My Chick-fil-A order is I get the Cobb salad with spicy crispy chicken and no cheese, and then sometimes a small fry, just depends. And the key to this salad is the creamy salsa, guys. It's just like, great.
Is it like 1,000 Island dressing?
It's a creamy salsa. I think it's like ranch and salsa mixed together. Okay, what do you get?
So I actually got something different this time. I've never got this. Usually I just get the regular Chick-fil-A sandwich and fries, but this time I wanted to go all out and get the deluxe American.
Oh, I love how you show the box. Very blogger-esque.
See everybody? I don't know if you can focus.
I think they can see it. Perfect. Okay.
All right, but it is the deluxe chicken sandwich, and it comes with tomatoes, lettuce, and cheese if you have not gotten it before.
And I just drizzle the creamy salsa. I try to move the chicken aside because I want it on. We're getting our food together, and we're going to talk about how we met at a Chick-fil-A. You probably don't know, we met in Fort Worth. I went to TCU and Cody went to a school called Texas Wesleyan. He played baseball there. And so it was 2016. Yeah. It was 2016 and it was the day before my 21st birthday, so it was February 6th. My birthday is the 7th.
Yep.
And I'm at Chick-fil-A with my roommates. I'm sitting there, we're eating. We're actually like almost done eating.
Which, keep in mind, guys, there is a Chick-fil-A that is on TCU's campus, so I'm wondering why they didn't go to that one, but we'll get to that.
Oh, did I get struck now? Which is funny because we always eat on Chick-fil-A's campus, but the reason we didn't that day was because the one on campus didn't have a full menu, and I wanted something that wasn't on the menu. And I was like, well, it's my birthday.
Okay.
Well, if I think that my roommates wanted milkshakes, on TCU's campus, one didn't have milkshakes. And yeah, so we decided to go to the actual Chick-fil-A that was a little bit farther away, but still close. So we're sitting there, we're eating. I see Cody and his roommate at the time from college walk in their baseball uniforms, and I'm like, hey, he's cute. What's up? At the time, I had never heard of Texas Wesleyan.
You didn't even know what school I went to at the beginning. Like when we walked in, you didn't see. I think it was Jordan that pointed it out.
So I did see that said Texas Wesleyan, but I had never heard of that school before. So I thought it was a high school, and I was like, oh, he's super cute, but like he's in high school. So I was a junior in college, so I was like, I'm not about to freaking hit up a high school boy, like, that's a little cougar. So we're sitting there, one of my roommates says, oh no, Texas Wesleyan's a college, she's from Fort Worth, so she'd heard of it before, and I was like, oh, cool. So me, being a stalker that I am, decided to look up the Texas Wesleyan baseball roster. Always gotta stalk them, ladies. So I find him on the roster.
Quick side note, she thought I was somebody else on the team I looked similar to, so that's who she thought I was at first.
We thought he was these other girls. The whole baseball team are just like brunette white guys. Keep in mind. So we're like, oh, is it this guy? Is this guy? Like, they're all like the same. So I think it's this one guy. He's also a junior, I think, or sophomore. I'm like, oh, cool. Same age. Well, then we actually find Cody, and he's a freshman, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a junior, he's a freshman, plays college baseball, just like not really my type. So we end up leaving. I remember walking out, I don't know if I ever told you this, I remember walking out of Chick-fil-A, I like looked at you and we might have made eye contact, I don't know. But in my mind I'm like, maybe he's like thinking the same thing I am. And like maybe I can like give my like brainwaves over there for him to be like, hey. Well, he didn't say anything, if you're wondering. He didn't say anything.
Pretty much sitting right next to one another. They were like two tables over.
Down, yeah.
Yeah. And we could tell that they were staring at us pretty hard. Yeah.
And so me and my roommates get all the way to the car. We're in the car started, and I'm like, y'all, what are the odds that I go back into Chick-fil-A and ask that guy for his number? Or no, I think at first I say, what are the odds someone in this car asks me for the number? And no, everyone's like, no, like, not into it.
No, you had to do it because it was your birthday.
And then I was like, okay. And they were like, no, you gotta do it. It's your 21st birthday tomorrow. Like, do it. So I ended up being like, you know what? I'm not even gonna do odds. I'm just gonna freaking do it. There is a video that my friend took of me walking into the Chick-fil-A and then laughing. If I can find it somewhere, I think it's on my old computer. I'll put it in the video right now. If not, just keep in mind it's just me walking into a Chick-fil-A and girls are laughing. Oh my god, I can't believe she's doing this, blah blah. So I walked back into the Chick-fil-A. In my mind, I think about just going to the bathroom. Yeah. I think about just like going to the bathroom. Like I remember the second I opened the door and walked in, you and Mason both looked at me.
Well, we were watching y'all walk out, and then we thought y'all had left. We didn't think anything else of it, and then we saw the door open again, and in walked you. I'm like, oh, she's about to. Like me and Mason thought like she's about to come to our table and say something to us.
Wow.
Sure enough.
I thought about changing my mind. I almost walked to the bathroom instead. But I walked to the table. I was like, hey, my roommate, like, I think I said it was my roommate's 21st
You played it
birthday.
off. Yeah, you said it was your roommate's birthday.
I was like, hey, like, it's my roommate's 21st birthday, and she thinks y'all are cute. Like, can she have y'all's number?
Yeah.
And they're both like, oh, sure, cool.
No, remember Mason said, well, why did she send you in? Why didn't your friend come back in?
Right. Mason was like, oh, why didn't your friend come back in? Like, why do you have to do it?
I didn't say anything.
No, I didn't say nothing. I was like, oh, I guess I'm just like more brave. Or I said something like, oh, I guess I'm just like.
Yeah, you had more courage, I guess, in your friend to come in.
And they were like, oh, haha, whatever. So I pull my phone out, and instead of opening the phone app, I opened my notes for them to like leave a note in my phone with their name and their numbers.
I remember that.
Yeah, I don't know why to this day I did that, but I don't know. So anyway, they left their name and their numbers. I was like, cool, thanks, bye. And I walked out. I remember like laughing so hard as I'm walking out. And that was it. I never texted them.
No, guys, it was like
2 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks
it was
later.
2 weeks exactly.
Yeah.
So at this time
I had forgotten about her.
that
Okay, I don't know if I ever told you that, but I didn't think you were gonna text. I remember, like, I wanted you to text right away, but after the first week, without you responding or anything, that.
Fair. Also, little backstory. At this time that I went and asked him for his number, I was still kind of talking to an ex of mine. And so we were like broken up, but like, when you break up with someone and then you kind of still talk to them for like months after that, or like still kind of hanging out, but like low key. So I was still hanging out with like an ex, and I was just like sick of it. I was like, oh, this is going nowhere. Like I want to move on, blah, blah. So that's kind of why I got the courage to do that. And I remember I went and visited one of my friends at Baylor. And I came back to my apartment at TCU, my roommates were there. I was complaining to them about this ex, like I'm sick of him, like not wanting to talk to me, I'm sick of it going nowhere, like we're never gonna date again, whatever. And they were like, oh my god, that guy, you should text him. So that's what got me to text you, was just like my roommates telling me to.
Well, it was just out of the blue too. I remember I was sitting in my dorm room with Mason.
I feel like you
in
were
the
at
Stella
home.
dorms.
You were at home, right?
No, I wasn't. I was
Oh.
sitting in the dorm rooms with Mason, and he was on his side and I was on my side. I was just on my phone. I was like, Mason, guess what? You'll never guess who texted me. And I can't remember if he guessed it or not, but it was you that had texted. I was like, oh my gosh, she actually texted me back.
So yeah, we texted for a little bit, and then we ended up going on a first date. I would say like, okay, so we planned a first date.
Yes.
And I canceled, okay? So I like wasn't sure about it. We texted for a little bit, and I was like, he's 2 grades younger than me, but he's older for his grade, so because he's born in the summer, he's only 16 months younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't know. I think this is a bad idea. And then, so I canceled, but I didn't lie to you. I canceled because I said I had a test to study for and I was stressed about it, and I did, but
I don't even know if I still have our first text together.
probably not. I deleted everything. I said I had a test to study for that I was stressed about, so I canceled, thinking that he would like not want to talk to me anymore. Because usually people would think that like.
Well, in college and me being a freshman, I'm like, I'm still trying to get used to everything in college and like talk to different people, get to know people and all that stuff. And I mean, like after that, yeah, I was really bummed out.
But he still talked to me surprisingly, and he asked to reschedule. So we did, and my roommates were like, "You're going. We're dragging you there." They like picked out my outfit. We rescheduled. I want to say like a couple days later. We went to Chewy's and ate. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I dropped that other dude. I said bye.
Yep.
The rest was history. But is there anything from like your side that you would say that I didn't mention, or like any thoughts from your point of view?
I'm just still shocked you didn't text Mason.
Okay. So, when I went to ask Cody for his number, I didn't want to just ask Cody because that's what I was interested in. So I asked both of them for their number because I didn't want to be mean.
She played it off really well. She did.
Yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Chick-fil-A in Fort Worth off West 7th Street. We live in Fort Worth. That's where we met almost 5 years ago. We're engaged. If you watched our engagement vlog, I did a Q&A poll on my Instagram on questions, things like that. My phone is recording us right now, so I can't pull up the questions, but I remembered some, and so I'll just like think of it and ask, blah, blah, blah. So, the first one that I can think of, how was it like asking my parents for permission? Like, were you nervous? Was it nerve-wracking? Like, how did they react? Well, you talked to my dad.
Yeah, I just talked to her dad. It was after a workout that we did at LA Fitness. Just super nonchalant. I would say I was nervous because I mean, me and her dad are pretty tight. Like we work out together. We pretty much do everything together. Like the best of buddies. Yeah. And so it was super easy to ask. So no, I wouldn't say I was nervous. I mean, maybe a little bit of nerves. I mean, that's normal, but I wasn't like just sweating. Nervous. Yeah, like really nervous.
Right. Yeah, we pretty much hang out with my parents all the time. So we're always with them. My parents are really like laid back and relaxed. I would say like me from my side, I was more nervous for you. Not because I was nervous they were gonna say no. But like I'm an only child, so like I'm very much like a daddy's little girl. So I was just nervous that like my dad was like gonna take it hard, but from what Cody said, he was pretty laid back about it. So
like it almost is like he was expecting it, like he was ready to say yes.
He was ready to get rid of me, basically. Okay, second question is, how did he propose? Was I expecting it? Pretty much. We have a camping vlog in Broken Bow. Basically, I pretty much knew it was coming. We like had Thanksgiving dinner, and then afterwards my mom was like, let's go on a hike. It's this one like trail that we always go on, and you kind of have to hike up a hill, and you're at this beautiful scenery. I've had it in multiple vlogs. And so we did that. So he proposed to me at the top of a hill when we were taking a photo.
I would say you're pretty good at sniffing stuff out. Like I had a feeling in the back of my mind that you had an idea of what was going to happen because we never go hiking. We never usually go hiking there in the afternoon anyway. Usually we go in early in the morning time when the weather's good and all that stuff. Well, your mom was like saying, "Oh, we gotta go hike after Thanksgiving."
And I'm like, "We're full. Why are we gonna freaking go on a hike?"
Right.
So
like it's nap time after you eat Thanksgiving food.
Right?
Everybody
I was like,
knows
turkey,
that.
I'm down. But I let it happen. I wasn't gonna fight or say anything. Like I just wanted everything to go as Cody planned, and it did, and it was beautiful. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a TikTok or an Instagram reel of what happened, so you can go watch that if you're interested. But
I did tell you that my original plan was to propose to you on the beach somewhere.
I wanted
to do a beach proposal because I feel like not a lot of people do that. I want to say.
I feel like what you did was less common.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's more special to us because that's like a
right, and that's one of the reasons why I did it too, is because it was a beautiful spot. I knew exactly where to propose to you at, and the rest is history.
And then the rest of the questions are basically future plans, wedding plans, like when are you gonna get married, what are you gonna do for your wedding, blah blah. We talked about it.
Still up for debate on that.
Basically, we want to get through the holiday stuff because there's a lot going on, a lot that we have to like gifts we have to buy people. So we don't want to like overwhelm ourselves in the month of December. So January, we're gonna start looking at that. We don't want anything super bougie. We're not like bougie people.
No.
We want something low key. I honestly like.
I don't want anything too flashy, like just over the top. Like I'm not that type of person.
And like truly, pandemic season is like season. The pandemic is kind of a perfect time for us to get married because we've always said we don't want like 200, 300 people at our wedding. Like
right.
It would be perfect if we just had our close family members there and like our best friends and then everyone else watched on Zoom. Like that would be ideal for me.
And plus with the older folks being at higher risk, we want to accommodate for them to where they're safe and that they can still watch it from the comfort of their own home. So, and not have to stress about being there on the wedding day. So they still have an opportunity to watch the wedding.
Right.
To enjoy our special
The
day.
only thing we've talked about is probably next like October and November, so like a year-ish from now. And then we like to get married at the TCU chapel. I get a discount since I'm an alum. So we talked about there, and then we really don't want, or like at least I don't, we haven't really talked too much about a reception. I personally would rather not have like a full-out reception. I would love for everyone at the ceremony to just like go to Joe T. Garcia's, if you live in Fort Worth, you know, and just like they do wedding receptions and just like everyone eat there.
Everybody should know what Joe T's is if they're from the Fort Worth area or they've gone to school in Fort Worth.
Right. And so that's kind of what we're thinking. My parents mentioned that they would also do like something at their house for it. So I don't know. Haven't really talked much. Literally happened a week ago.
This is just all up in the air right now. We're just like shooting ideas out.
Yeah, but the only other someone asked about wedding details. Like, do we know who we're gonna have in the wedding?
I pretty much have an idea.
So we're not gonna have a big wedding party. I think we're both probably gonna do 3 or 4 people for sure. I would say 6 is pretty common, but
I mean, if you have a lot of friends, by all means,
right?
Do you? But
we don't have a lot of friends. Just joking. No, I think we pretty much both know who we're having, but we're also gonna like ask and take care of, do everything of that nature in January. So I think we'll probably do another Q&A because there was other questions that I didn't get to, but this video is already kind of long. So we'll make more Q&A videos. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, so hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, we would love to have you join our channel and watch us
Absolutely.
eat some more Chick-fil-A, right?
That was good.
Bye!
Thanks, guys.